This project is about getting communities in Africa to produce their own gas and electricity by using organic material such as animal waste and energy crops.
Kunini Energy Project is all about experimenting and finding new and improved ways to build digesters and to harness that energy. So we're starting with cooking gas.
This project is taking place in this very locality. We'll be very, very happy.
One of the big visions for this project in the future is to include young people, especially young farmers, teenagers who have an interest in farming and renewable technology, and give them the skills and the training and the passion to be able to critically think about their world, critically think about energy problems and ways to solve issues in their own communities.
You will discover that everybody in the society needs electricity, because that is where we succumbed our source of earnings. For example, even a little boy or a little woman that sells pure water on the street needs electricity to cool the pure water, because we live in a tropical Africa, and by virtue of our weather, we always need electricity. What ran into our mind immediately, we mainly isolated what I was processing within me is how can we have access to, or how can we even get this kind of a project? Because aside the fact that it's it's not expensive, relatively it's affordable, and it's something that anybody can do it once it is being put to him. And of course, you don't have to wait for national government to transmit anything to you. You could turn to your backyard and get this thing connected, and I think it's good.
It's a great idea. It's something different. I mean, using cow dung or sheep or any duck to create energy is something different.
The information that he has is very basic, straightforward. It's in reach of the general public, and it just requires time, effort and support.
Africa don't really have a lot of things like this in place, which makes it expensive for Africa, as I'm from an African background. It really makes it harder for farmers, for the poor people to be able to survive in this new age. So this idea is very good. The fact that you can use natural resources like powder, even human waste, produce gases. It's a very good idea.
One of the reasons why we're not attaining the heights that we should attain as a nation is this lack of constant energy supply. It's affecting education, it's affecting the social fabric of our society, it's affecting the health of our people, it's affecting the safety of our people, it's affecting agriculture, farming, horticulture, it's affecting so many, it's affecting the government, full stop.
We also think that this project can contribute to the Nigerian government target to generate 16,000 kilowatt hours of electricity by the year 2015, all from the renewable sources.
The government should take on board any project that will allow its people to enjoy the benefits of cheap energy. So my feeling is that it should give 100% support to anyone who can make developments that will end in positive benefits for the people.
This question is not overdue, and even at the federal level, those are the questions that the parliamentarians have been asking. Of course, if everybody were to use gas, it would have saved Nigeria a lot. What I mean saving Nigeria a lot, you discover that the house burning, or most of the cases of houses that got fired were as a result of people using firewood. And to a larger extent, if we were to use gas, then we would have reduced the menace of fire outbreak. Of course, if you take a good look at why people desire to use gas, is because of, by nature, I mean, it's safer and it's very, very easier for one to make use of cooking gas, for example, in the kitchen. And if you look at the time spent on those that uses firewood and those that uses gas, you discover that for those that uses cooking gas, they spend less time in cooking compared to those that uses firewood. And coming to electricity, of course, you know that, like I did say in my previous summations, a lot of people need electricity because everything in this country boils down to electricity. From the little person that sells on the street, coming even to the industrial side, they all need electricity, and that is what we are lacking. So it's going to be a good thing if both cooking gas and electricity will be made available for all Nigerians.
The methane digester is the best technology available to us to protect the air quality and water quality that we still enjoy here in western Montana. And it actually is a very efficient odor control mechanism as well.
One of these community we are doing this project is Kunini. Kunini is a farming and hardened community with the population of 10,000 people, give or take. We have been to the remote areas of Kunini and the surrounding community to make sure that our ideas are welcome as we thought it would.
Thank you very much once again. I think I will digress a bit. I was privileged to witness this program you're undertaking at the university, Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, where they use animal dung to generate electricity, to generate cooking gas. I watched it over the national tellies and I became very, very fascinated because if such project can be drawn to our local or locality or local communities here, I think it's going to be a very, very great advantage and it's going to be a good achievement.
The people of Kunini village are very interested in biogas production. They have been fully involved in the preparation of the testing site that we have started in that community.
Yana da kyau domin mu kam bai mu san wani abu makamancin wannan ba, cewa ko ana ɗiban kashin shanu a hada gas da shi ko labarin mu bai taɓa sani ba, in ba kamar zuwan ka na yanzu kana gaya mana yanzu mu kama abun mamaki ne a wurin mu.
Kamar zuwan ka nan muna ganin kila zuwan ka nan shi zai samu fahimci wayansu abubuwa da yawa. Zuwan ka kai ka zo ka gaya mana kace kashin shanu yana da amfani da shi ake gas. Da nan kashin shanu nan muka kamar haka nan yayi yawa nan sai mu kwashe mu je mu zubar mu san amfanin sa, amma kila dalilin zuwan ka nan zai samu mu ringa tarawa. Yanzu daga shanu yana kashi haka zai zo in tare da bu in ajiye a gefe don kila za mu so ma sani amfanin sa. Dalilin zuwan ka nan za mu san amfanin kashin shanu.
I never knew you could get gas or electric from you know what. Gosh, I was amazed when he said to me, you know, the idea of this innovation is to produce gas and electricity from cow dung. And I said, what? He said, yes, it's possible. And that really fired up my interest. I thought, well, we better get all the cows out then and let them start dunging. The more cows that dung, the more gas we can have, the more electricity we can have. Because we just need it. You know, our people are suffering without it. I mean, I'm from Nigeria, and I know when I go home on holidays, I know how much money, you know, I spend on buying diesel to, you know, to do things in the home. It's just ridiculous. Whereas if we can produce gas and electricity from cow dung or any animal waste Can you imagine the transformation it will bring to the people? You know, I honestly, I think we really need to get on with this.
What I learned from this project is about how we can help the people in Nigeria, of how we can introduce digester or biogas digester to the people, and how we can use it to help the poor people where they need electricity by converting from cow dung or cow waste into energy resources.
Through this, we'll be able to provide jobs for people and opportunities for people that don't have nothing, you know. So basically working from the natural resources that's always around us in Africa to be able to help other people apart from the energy, giving them jobs as well.
I'm thinking about young people from Nigeria, but actually from all over Africa and all over the world who will be able to participate in learning programs and training programs and exchanges to be able to build their own digesters and other sorts of renewable energy that they can take back and make a big difference to their community.
I am inspired by the Chinese government working together with effort. Together they have supported the building of over 24,000 homestead biogas digester for the people of China. Chinese central government wants to have 50 million homestead biogas digester by the end of the decade. Now that is big. One biogas digester can produce up to 400 cubic meters of gas. 1 cubic meter of biogas is enough to cook a daily meal for a family of up to 5 members. African biogas industry is upcoming at the moment. I am aware of some organization building biogas in Kenya in partnership with Kendi, the Kenyan domestic biogas program. I have seen one in the Republic of Benin, and the serious one I came across was the one in South Africa. Talking about large-scale biogas digester, I have visited 2013 Energy Now program just to get an overview of the European biogas industry. There are 80 to 100 large-scale biogas digester feeding to the national grid here in the UK. Some of them produce up to 500 kilowatt hours of electricity. German biogas industry is more advanced. I have spoken to one of the representatives of the biogas company from Germany. They have built over 500 biogas digester, large-scale biogas digester with the capacity of up to 2 megawatt hours of electricity. KEP has visited Taraba State. We have seen the potential. We have spoken to the people of Taraba State. Already people begin to hope that this project can change their situation.
Wayansu suna son su yi kasuwanci amma rashin wuta, karfin su kuma bai kai sayan janareto ba. To kaga inda an ce muna da wuta, kaga mutum zai kokari nemi firiji don ya jona da lantarki sai ya ci gaba da kasuwancinsa.
As a politician could, a businessman, if I said I don't know the basic need for electricity in our society, then I must be telling lies. Certainly there is no home or there is no village in the local government that will not need or require electricity. Like I just said, it is the safest and the convenience way of instead of using the normal firewood, using electricity, of course, is going to protect our revenue. Is going to help people because people need daily, they need to cool what they have to offer to the market. And some, for example, we are from the littoral local government. When I mean littoral, I mean we are from the river band. And most of our people, they aside the fact that they are nomadic, some of them are fishermen. And of course, you know, we don't have even a quorum to cool our fishes. And because of that, I think we need electricity, and we needed it most because if our people will be accessing electricity, it means that they can have access to cool their fish, and such fish can be kept for a longer time compared to now that you don't keep your fish for more than a day. It will get spoiled. So saying that whether we require electricity, I think it's an understatement. We need electricity more than anybody.
I think it's a wonderful idea. I think that it could be a life-changing event for those villages that adopted this. The use of the biogas as a cooking fuel and other ways would be very beneficial, and also the use of the byproduct as a fertilizer would be very beneficial.
Za su yi domin cin gaba ne, abu ne mai sauki ai. Kaga da kaman idan gas nan ana hada shi anan, kaga sauki ne. Gas nan sai an doko daga wani wuri a kawo mana kamar mu samu mu yi amfani da shi. Kaga amma idan gas nan za a hada shi a cikin garin nan, kaga zai yi sauki ko da sayarwa za a yi. Kaga sauki ne anan. Ko idan ana sayarwa lita naira 200 ne, kaga anan ba zai wuce a sayar naira 100 ba. Kaga sauki ne. Yana da kyau. Ko kai kam ba ka je wata kasa ne, kaje kaga irin wani rayuwa da suke yi ba. Ka dawo kana son garin ka ma su samu wadata ba. So muna roƙon Allah ya taimaka maka ya baka iko dama mana mu samu cin gaba.
Bearing in mind that Nigeria is a huge country and it's obviously still learning how to harness its resources, and mindful of the fact that it does have access to oil, but it does make sense that it should actually use other resources local to the communities, bearing in mind that sometimes the oil can't be transported to some of these communities. So it makes sense to use what is available, and what's available is human waste, animal waste. So if it can be used to create power and energy to make life better, let's go for it.
I'm betting you that our people will not only cherish it, but they are going to give it the maximum support it desires. And I'm sure, like I did say in the first instance, the state government can even come in, because we are proud that it is our son that is generating this project.
It's not just for him, it's going to help the whole country and anyone who can't afford something expensive. This is cheap, fast, efficient.
I'm inclined to think that the government should put all its resources into making sure that its people have access to all available power to make life easier for themselves, for its people.
Support a project like this because of its entrepreneurial ideas, or what is going to sustain communities, smaller communities, the poor people that don't have nothing, to be able to, one, cater for themselves, depending on their own for the natural resources, using waste to provide energy, gas, can cook their own food, can supply the same thing, can be wasted, can even be used in the farms for the farmer. So even the common man can be able to have their own energy from their own home. So the Nigerian government or governments of the states should be able to, or I should say, please support this project.
The Nigerian government should accept this project, because if he accepts this project, it will be very helpful to everyone in Nigeria. Plus also it doesn't cost too much. It's only not very expensive, but it's just really cheap and really good to help other people in rural areas.
We have done our feasibility study in September of 2012. We have now reached the critical place of getting ready to go to Nigeria again and build a larger scale digester. The testing site is what is currently happening now. It's being built at the moment. It's on a 9-hectare parcel of land about 20 minutes outside of Abuja. It's the place where we are going to demonstrate what can be done, where visitors can come and see how digesters are built. One of the big outcomes that we want to see as a result of people taking part in the training is for them to walk away completely equipped with all of the knowledge about how anaerobic digestion happens and understanding about the health and safety of both building and using digesters, a critical understanding about what is around in their own backyard. So that could be waste from the animals that they keep, it could be human waste if they decide to go that way, and also energy crops. And be able to then create in their own way a digester that fits their situation.
We are calling on the Taraba state government to support this project, because not only would this project improve the life of the people of Taraba state, it will also improve the energy industry, which is struggling at the moment. The farming industry will also benefit from this project, because once this project started, people will begin to look into energy crops such as maize, miscanthus, grasses, moringas, and many more things that are grown locally. And all these crops can be used to generate energy for cooking and also electricity. Taraba State is my place, and I am glad that I am bringing these amazing opportunities to my people. We have the resources, we have the skills, we have the manpower. We only need the right support to execute this project, and we believe that the result can be great and maybe a step for many to follow.